Hi, it's Mike DelSignore, Massachusetts criminal defense attorney. What happens if you get a call, and typically it's going to be from your son, that he's been charged with sexual assault at a college? This is a serious charge, and this can happen. As people know, colleges, kids are drinking, things are going on. Sometimes drug use is going on in colleges, and these accusations can come about, and they're scary when they come about, because a charge of sexual assault or a rape charge is a life-changing charge. There's no sugarcoating that. That's a serious charge, and if you hear those, if your son or even your daughter, but usually these charges against teenage boys or boys in their early 20s at colleges, make sure you call an attorney. Make sure you know the law and your rights. Your son should not go to the police station to give a statement to explain his side of the story. Must take this charge very seriously. Even if nothing happened, even if it's a complete misunderstanding, people have done jail time for crimes they didn't commit. So make sure you call an attorney right away whenever you hear anything about a sexual assault allegation, rape allegation, or any type of sexual misconduct at a college. So what would happen? So generally how these cases start is the police call, hey, can you come down to the station? We just need to speak to you about something. Sometimes they'll tell you what it's about. Sometimes they won't. Usually they say, well, we want your side of the story. And they make it sound like if you don't tell your side of the story, you're at a disadvantage. You should never go to the police station. They're not there to help you. They're there to confirm the victim's version. In fact, police officers sometimes will make things up or say they have evidence that they don't have. Hey, we heard a witness said this. They'll basically distort the truth to see how you'll respond to it, and ultimately so they can get a confession. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking to say, to prove that the victim is mistaken. They believe the victim. That's their job. That's their calling in life. If somebody reports a crime, police officer is going to believe the person making the allegation. So they're looking to prove the case so they can bring criminal charges. If they have the evidence, they're going to bring the criminal charges anyway. So they don't really need to call anyone down the station. If it's a weak case, they won't bring charges. So there's no benefit to going to the police station, try to explain your version. They're not going to credit your version. It's going to be just whether charges are brought are going to be based on what the victim says. Even if they believed you, they'd still likely bring the charges. They'll have to bring it to a district attorney. And there's different procedures to start the criminal process depending on the exact charge. But what you can do if you hear that there's any allegations of criminal charges, who was there? Are there witnesses? You can hire an investigator. So there's different things you can do without giving a statement to help prepare a defense should the charges come about. But first thing you want to do is you want to retain a lawyer to begin preparing your defense, to explain the different strategies that will come about in the case. So if you hear any allegation of sexual assault, make sure you contact an attorney. Sometimes at a college, maybe somebody was at a party, was underage. The last thing you want to do is give a statement that it was consensual when the person's underage. It's not a defense that you didn't know. So take these charges very seriously. If you're charged, if a family member is charged, hire an attorney to begin an investigation. You don't want to give any statement or evidence. These are life-altering charges, potentially. But in many cases, we've had these cases dismissed. But it starts with making sure you do the right thing from the start, presenting your side of the story, not through going down to the police, but through conducting an investigation, gathering other evidence to sort of head off these charges before they're brought to court. If they are brought to court, you want to be in the best position to defend yourself, if necessary, in front of a jury, or potentially to be able to persuade the district attorney either to drop the charges or reduce them. Call, text anytime. My name's Mike DelSignore, Massachusetts criminal defense attorney, here to help you 781-686-5924.